What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we've been seeing this engine bay for about like 3 consecutive videos. This will be the third one now. First one, I painted it, gassed. Second one, came back to see it, gassed. Third one, it's starting to settle in, but this thing still looks nice. So it's time we start putting it back together. It's been settling for about 3 to 4 days now. So now the test we did the other day is, let's see if we could find it. Right here. We touched it, and then you saw it left the mark and left scratches. So now we're gonna touch it right here. So there's the fingerprint, and then let's try to clean it off. Okay, scratch the hell out of the paint. I don't know what I just tested, but it's not getting any better. Either way, let's just start putting stuff back in because we're coming down on the last days of this challenge, of this month, of this 30 for 30 challenge. And I want this car to be on the road. I want to do a burnout on this car before the month ends. So in order to do so, we need to get cranking on this. So today we're gonna put as much things back in the engine bay as we can, except the brake proportion valve. I think I said in one of the last videos, but I'll repeat it again. We're having issues finding the correct proportion valve for this. This is a 95 with ABS delete. So the proportion valve for 92 to 97 is different, where it goes onto the firewall and then has nuts that you put on the studs, versus 98 and up has bolts that go into the firewall. So this being a 95 chassis, doesn't have the holes for the bolts, but that's the only affordable or within budget proportion valve I could find. Those are $50, the 98 and up, or the 96 Civics and up. The one specific for these cars, the EGs and the Integras pre-98, is like $250 for used ones. I mean, obviously they don't make them new anymore, but that's specifically for the 40 to 40 proportionate valve, which came off on the RS Integras. The EGs came with I think a 30-40, which we could use, but those are a little bit more affordable, but I'd rather a 40-40. So if it means, positioning somewhere there, putting 2 nutserts, drilling 2 holes and putting 2 nutserts there, it is what it is. But I'd rather go with that. And if we can't find the right one for an affordable price I'd say within the next 2 days, I'm gonna order one on eBay, and we're gonna do what we can. This car needs to be on the road by no later than Sunday. I need to do a burnout by Monday. Or technically July 1st is my last day, because July 30th is the last day that people could subscribe and follow us on our social media for a burnout. You guys can still subscribe and follow if you're seeing this much later. So enough talking. Let's just go inside, start pushing stuff out, and start reassembling this engine bay. It's gonna look nice. Trying my best not to keep touching everything, and just limit the touching, because obviously the paint's so fresh and it's getting scratched. So we're gonna try to not scratch it up as much as possible. Nothing really screams this engine base together like this dirty brake booster, but we can clean this up afterwards. Once everything's in here, we'll clean it up real nice and make sure it's not in bad shape. But this, probably one of the most nerve-wracking parts of assembling an engine bay, because this thing doesn't necessarily fit the smoothest way. So there it is. And you might be wondering, but wait, why is the thing down there? If you don't know this by now, a quick, easy trick to make your engine bay look a little less cluttered: if you flip your brake booster 180 degrees, you just run your vacuum hose with the check valve to your manifold, to your intake manifold, and it just makes that hose that's usually like, there's a bracket right here. It just gets rid of it. So now, because this is set up this way, you won't have a problem again. And I know this is good because this wasn't leaking. Clutch master was definitely leaking, and they stole that. Like you stealing a freaking leaking clutch master, whatever. So I've been in and out of this car twice already. It's not the easiest thing to do. So I think we'll wait to tighten that up for another day, for another time. Maybe later in this video, just not right now. You guys, I don't know if you guys saw this in the time lapse. I also just I pushed this harness out of this hole, so now we could route this one too while we're in here. So we could run both harnesses. I don't know the best angle to put you guys at because it's not necessarily easy, but we'll figure it out. So first things first, this grommet here, hope you guys can see this. This grommet is not set, so we gotta set this grommet first, and then everything else will go easily. But if we start adjusting here, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get this grommet in. So we work from the firewall up towards the headlights, which we gotta go over some things in a minute, but let's get this thing going.
He was like, but right now I can only run 6 pounds. Pretty sure 6 pounds on a D series is like less.
Part what you're making. Okay. All right, so we got this in. Now we can start running this harness wherever else it goes. I think we're missing some brackets. Oh man, all these clips are damaged. There's a guy on Facebook. You know what I hate? Gatekeepers. There's a guy on Facebook that knows an aftermarket company that makes these clips, and instead of telling people, he's trying to sell them like $5 for 10. And he's probably buying like $5 for the whole bag, and he's like a 30 set. So he know who he is. I don't know. He probably doesn't watch my channel, but if one day he does, I'm talking about you, buddy. There's no point in gatekeeping. Just tell us where it is so we can all just have nice cars. To emulate, using big words here, to emulate what these clips do, what you do is you bring a regular zip tie in from the outside, okay? You wrap it around this way, cousin Gary's gonna go on the other side, strap it in and pull it. And it basically does the same thing. Go ahead. Tight?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it has a little bit more movement than it would, and then you go on the back end and you just cut them, and these are one-time use, unfortunately. But if you touch one of these Civics after like 30 years, all these things are one use. This is what it looks like on the back end. We'll go back with the dikes and cut all this off, so it'll look clean. But there's the harness in there, brake master's in there. Looks nice against that.
That actually does look really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's not. This is supposed to like be like back here.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a clip.
So maybe like here. I don't know. I think maybe we should have
got one.
No, there's no other clip there. No, maybe we just need to pull this up. If we undo this and pull it up, you think maybe?
Oh yeah, like undo that middle one and have it walk up more.
Yeah.
But we would probably have to undo these too.
No, there's slack right here.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what we would have to do.
Yeah, but I feel like if this goes up, then this is gonna come further out. So I feel like maybe we have to go back.
We'd have to do these two.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all in. That's in. So right now, I just realized right now that I painted this whole engine bay, undercoated the whole front end of the car, and the battery tray, wherever the hell it is still ashy as hell. So I can't put it on here. Which means, luckily, we have to paint the front end, so that'll just get single stage. I'm not too stressed about that. I mean, I do have some paint I can mix up, and that's just wait. I gotta like cover all this crap. We're not doing all that. In the next video, we're gonna take care of the subframe, paint that, make sure that's all fresh, put that up, fasten this. By that time, the clutch master will be here. The bracket for these wires, which is hanging right up. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Well, where is it? It's right.
Swaying.
Oh, I can't even see it. That? Oh, there it is. There it is. That bracket will be done and dry, so we can kind of fasten this up. The clutch master will be in. The clutch line will be in. We'll order the hoses for the heater core. The subframe will be up, so we can put the mounts on there. And then we just have to sort through the engine, do any last minute gaskets, and put it up. So the engine will be in the car within 2 videos, and I have an engine harness. I think the other car still has the engine harness, which we're gonna use. So I think within the next 3 videos on this car, we'll get this thing started. So stay tuned, guys. With that being said, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Tune into our social media where we're doing a burnout for every new subscriber or follower we get on any 3 of our platforms. And see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.